Good morning, good morning, good morning. Early morning crypto talk. Look at that, Jeremy, you're on it. You know this song, huh? Hope you guys are having a good Saturday morning. What's going on, Oscar from Spain? Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Karen. Good evening in Spain. I gotta remember that. It's only 9 a.m. here in California. Good morning, Mary. We'll be getting started in just a second here. This is a cello version. I didn't get up early enough to want to go outside to get some donuts today, so doing the Facebook Live right here from home. This is the month of February. This is the turnaround. I hope you're ready for the weekend. Tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday. Who do you guys got? Patriots or the Eagles? My wife is from Philadelphia, so you know what household, who we're rooting for. Let's go Eagles. I'm only going to cover one article this morning because it's long enough. Good morning, Mia. That's right, Ray. The Eagles. Although I think they're going to get stumped by Tom Brady. Disclaimer, Pierre, you're absolutely right. So, of course, before I get started, I always got to say, as a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving any financial advice. I only share articles that I read, my opinion and suggestions, and you take that, do your own research, and make your own choices and decisions. In fact, that's the theme of this song, I'm Only Human. Don't blame me for nothing. Educate yourselves. Alright, let's go ahead and get things kicked off and get things started here. And let me put this link in the chat box. And also I have to say, happy birthday to my aunt, Mia Shell. Today's her birthday. Alright, February 2018, the month of the rebound. Conferences, futures, trends, and regulation. Now, I've been saying this for a while now. That 2017 was Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. The rebels started to rebel and fight back. The little people started to win. The people who were not supposed to be making money started making some money. The system was being challenged. Now we move to 2018, Star Wars Episode 5. The Empire Strikes Back. And they struck back with the vengeance. All of January, we might as well just call that Bloody January. Crypto community was attacked from all fronts, all around the globe, from the bankers, from the government, from the regulators, from the stormtroopers, the Captain's Save systems, the haters out there. It was attacked from multiple fronts. And when that happens, like any market, it is all dependent on confidence. That's right, the exchanges. It's all dependent on confidence, just like the dollar is. If the people lose faith in the dollar and confidence in the dollar, the value of it drops. And the same is true in crypto. It's about the faith and the value of the community. And when you have all of these attacks happening, that creates a little fear and uncertainty and doubt in the community. And they play it safe. Sell off everything for the time being. Duck and cover until shots stop firing. But the shots will stop firing, and then there will be a turnaround. And so I guess this article, I haven't read this yet, is looking at February as that turnaround. But if I go to CoinMarketCap right now, and let me hit the refresh button. You're right, Jeremy. Yesterday was 400. Now it's 600. 600 points. That's a bigger loss than crypto dropping from $700 billion market cap to $450 billion. 600 points? That's huge. But I hit refresh right now, and the boards are in the green. I mean, literally almost all of them, except 4 coins are in the red. All the top 20 coins are in the green, and some reaching double digit, like Cardano and Litecoin. Bitcoin is back up above 9,000. Ethereum is up 4%. Ripple's up 6%. Cardano 21%. Litecoin 13%. Where is ETN at? ETN is up 7%, so it's over 7 cents. So the whole market board is turned green. Now, this is why I told you guys, people keep asking me, when should I buy? When should I buy? When should I buy? Never buy when you still see double-digit red for the past 24 hours. You wait till it starts to stabilize itself and kind of flatline a bit. That's when you buy. Now, there's a chance it could still go down once it flatlines, but at least you kind of got a baseline standard there, because it can easily start to go up. And if you're trained in crypto, then you know that you look at the candlesticks, and when you start to see it kind of fighting with each other, the buy wall and the sell wall between red and green over the last 15 minutes to a couple of hours, then that's a good indicator that something's about to pop, either up or down. So anyways, let's look over the article here. February should be one of the best months on record for the cryptocurrency world. What? I like that first sentence. You like that first sentence? February should be one of the best months on record for the cryptocurrency world. Within 2 weeks, the Dallas Super Conference approaches, and it has already completely sold out. And an alternative venue, cleverly named the Soft Fork Convention, is almost sold out. I almost went to that event down in Dallas. things happened in January that put that on hold. Between conferences, positive government regulation, and futures traders pushing the market north, we should be in store for a rebound we all deserve. The current market capitalization of the entire crypto market is approximately $430 billion according to CoinMarketCap, a sharp decline from January 7th, when the market cap had just surpassed $800 billion. In the last 3 weeks, there has been an almost 50% correction. However, corrections of this magnitude, although scary, are very healthy for the market. Bitcoin and the entire crypto market had an unfathomable growth rate for 2017. What goes up must eventually come down. However, what goes down must also eventually go back up. Bitcoin and the crypto markets as a whole have had multiple instances where they've decreased by 30 to 60% in the last 2 years. These huge corrections are followed by new all-time highs within 60 days. If BTC and the crypto markets continue to follow this trend, the month of February shall see one of the most bullish months on record, with the crypto markets hitting their new all-time highs between March and May. Larger corrections generally take a longer period of time to recover, but February has many catalysts that should jumpstart the rebound and end the January bear raid. Most weak hands are shaking currently. No one enjoys losing 30 to 60% of their portfolio in 1 month. However, those same people need to realize they were making 100% a month over month for almost a year. Corrections do take place. They must be expected, so when they occur, there is not panic throughout the entire investment space. Most individuals get accustomed to their gains and refuse to expect losses. This is investing. There are many swings. Crypto is closer to gambling than investing, and in gambling, the swings are a roller coaster ride. In the crypto trading space, you have to expect to have 100% months, but also have months where you lose 50%. January was the month of FUD, with horrible news coming out of South Korea, China, and India to start the month. January is also customarily the month financial markets correct around the world, following their boom around the Christmas holidays. The crypto markets adopted this trend this year and prior years, resulting in a sharp correction this prior month. However, February has many catalysts that should create a rebound of equal proportions. The strongest catalysts for February include the futures trader betting BTC increases in value, conferences, and prior trends. Each of these catalysts individually may not have provided significant market momentum, but when all three are coupled together, it becomes obvious the amount of movement North February shall provide. The Dallas Super Conference was sold out weeks in advance. This will be the largest crypto conference in history. Oh man, now I'm really wishing I should have went. The publicity surrounding this event, coupled with the number of attendees, will increase demand for cryptos across the entire market. However, the Dallas Super Conference is the second conference occurring that weekend. The conference taking place in Acapulco is where the more anarchist-styled individuals in the movement will be presenting. Both conferences will be providing a significant boost in publicity. Besides the Acapulco and Dallas conference, there are many more every weekend prior and following these two conferences. Last month, the futures traders bet BTC would decrease under $10,000. And the day of option expiration, the price collapsed under $10,000, allowing the futures traders to profit on their final day of expiration. This was not coincidental. It was easily caused by manipulation. However, this month they are betting BTC will increase in value, which means the manipulation we felt in January as downward pressure will in turn be upward pressure, boosting the price of BTC in February, not collapsing it. So in layman's terms, the big boys came into the space and they put a bet that crypto or Bitcoin was going to drop below 10,000. And if it did, they would have made a killing. So all the whales manipulated the market to make sure that it dropped below 10,000. Now the opposite is happening. They're betting big this time, which means they're going to manipulate the market to go back up so that they can win big again. See, in other words, guys, ladies and gentlemen, the professionals are here. All right? The professionals are here. It's also why I don't day trade in crypto. I know how. But I am not going to sit in front of my computer screen and try to compete with not only other day traders like myself, but the professionals that have come into the space from Wall Street, and even worse, the auto traders out there that are able to make decisions and moves in milliseconds. I can't compete with that. So, you know that old term, if you can't beat them, join them, except in basketball. I don't like that. Kevin Durant, you should have stayed in Oklahoma City. LeBron, you should have stayed in Cleveland. And don't even think about going to OKC right now. I saw a report on that. But in this market, join them. And that's all I'm going to say, because we've got something coming in the next couple of weeks that is right up my alley. I love passive income. All right, let me continue here. However, this month, they are betting BTC will increase in value, which means the manipulation we felt in January as a downward trend will in turn be upward pressure, boosting the price of BTC in February, not collapsing it. The trend is when BTC and the crypto markets hit ATHs, meaning all-time highs, they retract 40 to 60%, usually in January and over the summer. So here's the heads up. There's going to be another market correction sometime over the summer. Just letting you know that now. You know, the market will go down sometimes over the summer. However, immediately following this correction, new all-time highs are approached within 60 days. A Prevlist, you gotta sign an NDA if you want to know what's going on. PM me your email address and I'll send you the NDA. The correction has occurred. The bull market trend should begin any day now. Any day now. Well, that day might be right now. Let me hit refresh again on the coin market cap. I think as last night it fell below 400 billion. It was in the $300 billion range. Now it's at 450 billion total market cap value. Bitcoin just went up $100 since I hit refresh 5 minutes ago. It was at 9,200. Now it's at 9,300. Yeah, it's looking very healthy right now. It's starting to putter back up. We like that. We want to see that keep going. All right, February is the month of conferences. Every weekend has at least one conference in a major city on a different continent for the entire month. The Dallas Super Conference is by far the largest, but the publicity around the globe the others provide will yield massive positive news. That's what we need here. Positive news, coverage, and publicity. So let's go over this. Let's see. February 1st, we've got the Crypto Assets Conference in Vancouver, Canada. CryptoCon in South San Francisco. February 5th, Blockchain and Energy Conference in Amsterdam, and second Blockchain Middle East Forum. February 7th, that's my brother's birthday. FinTech World Blockchain and Tokenomics 101, New York. February 8th, Blockchain and BTC Conference in Gibraltar. February 10th, Crypteria Online Summit. Crypteria. February 13th. Blockchain Conference, St. Petersburg. February 16th. Dubai FX and Cryptocurrency and ICO Show, Dubai. February 16th. The Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Super Conference in Dallas, Texas. Man, I should have went to that. February 21st. Blockchain and Bitcoin Conference in Switzerland. February 22nd. Blockchain and Bitcoin Conference in Bengaluru. Where is that? I've heard of that before, and I know I've seen it on a map. Bengaluru. February 23rd. InHack 2018 in Essen, Germany. And the Blockchain and Cryptocurrency Con 2008. So they're back in Dallas on February 23rd, the Blockchain and Cryptocurrency Con. February 24th, NAC3 New York City. February 27th, Blockchain and Healthcare West Conference, San Francisco. Hey, Jeremy, make a note on this. We're going to want to be sponsors of events like this year. We're going to want to be big sponsors, big banners and everything. All right. Gibraltar, February 28th, Gibraltar International FinTech Forum. March 1st, Blockchain and Bitcoin Conference, Turkey, Istanbul. And the International Blockchain Summit in Moscow. Here's one thing too, guys, for your education. You want to attend conferences like this, especially if you find out there's something happening in your local area. You definitely want to be there to hear from the experts, to hear new information. I will be in London for the Blockchain Expo. This is that April 5th, 18th, I think, that weekend. I'll be there for a whole week in London. So I'm going to that one, because the last one they had was in Santa Clara. I think it was in October or November. So I'll be going to London for that. I'm looking forward to that event. But you want to attend as many of these events as possible. And I think I just gave myself an idea. I know the second half of this year in 2019, I'll be doing a lot of traveling. So I'm going to make sure I book my travel around these events, these cities. And even with our company, I'm thinking, if there's going to be a blockchain event in a city, we capitalize on that with our own event at the same time, so that we're getting that event in our own. Giving myself some ideas here. All right, but yeah, you definitely want to be at these type of events. So have you tried counting that list of conferences? It literally is so large it takes 2 checks to ensure you have the number correct. It seems beyond obvious that this number of conferences in February alone across the globe demonstrates that blockchain is not a waning technology on its way out, but has solidified its presence. The sheer amount of publicity that should be generated by having 10+ conferences in 1 month is unfathomable. There is hardly a period of 3 days where there aren't overlapping conferences. The price of Bitcoin and the crypto markets will soon directly reflect the amount of new investors these conferences bring in, while reestablishing the faith shaken from many of the weekends in January. The conferences will be the first tangible events that bring publicity, new traders, and in turn new money into the crypto space. The biggest of them all, the Dallas Super Conference. Yeah, Jeremy, because I'm going to be in London for a whole week. The event's only 2 days. So for our Europeans, team members, we can do something like that Saturday, or a get-together or something. We can get with Peter. But yeah, we can definitely do something to represent in April. The price of Bitcoin in the crypto markets. Oh, no, let's go. This is expected to be the largest blockchain conference to date, and sold out so quickly that the hosts opened a second venue they are calling the Soft Fork. People are actually paying 647 degrees to attend the alternative conference. And I'm glad to hear, Christy, that it's gotten above zero. That would still mean nothing to me. I mean, 5 degrees, negative 5 degrees feels the same to me. Anything below 45 degrees, you might as well call a state of emergency in California. The crops, we got to save the oranges. All right, the tickets to the Soft Fork do not allow you to attend the Super Conference at a separate venue, but is the solely spillover from the original conference that didn't purchase tickets in a timely manner. This shows there is extreme demand for space at the conference in Bitcoin and Bitcoin in general. The media is portraying a bleak situation. Of course they are. Following a 50% correction, but that same media at the end of December was saying how BTC was going to approach $100,000. If traders have not learned by now, it is always best to fade public sentiment. In December, when there was nothing but positive news, we should have been selling. To repurchase in January, when sentiment was most negative. Right now, sentiment is the most negative it's been in a year, with a 50% correction having just occurred. This is the time to purchase and enjoy the bull market rally through sold-out conferences and forked venues. The main event is being held at the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport Marriott North. The Soft Fork is being held at the Sheraton Dallas-Fort Worth Airport Hotel. These are two massive venues that intend to hold thousands and thousands of BTC and blockchain-crazed individuals. The speakers at this venue are all headline names in the blockchain industry, from the founders in the collegiate landscape like Tim Draper to the most controversial names in crypto like John McAfee. There will also be many coin founders and their teams, presenting during this multiple-day event. The name Super Conference should not go without notice. There will be super publicity. Yeah, this is why we gotta, in the future, we gotta like our, I almost said his name. Our consultant was telling us that yeah, we want to be sponsors of these events. When hands are weak, when there is blood in the streets, the real traders accumulate. This has always been the case. Leading up to the February conferences, we've had blood in the streets for a month. If you've been fleeing instead of accumulating, this may not be the correct investment space for you. This space takes incredible courage in the face of volatility, but requires you to stay humble during times of 500% gains, as they can be evaporated in weeks. These conferences will hopefully create a new group of educated investors, education, that can enter the crypto space without the with hands that plagued so many January holders. Besides the upcoming conferences, which will provide a clear catalyst to a bull market, it is important to analyze upcoming trends. So what are the upcoming trends? Bitcoin is not unfamiliar with massive corrections. The crypto markets led by BTC have had multiple corrections between 40 and 60% in the last 2 years. This specific correction has been on the higher side of prior corrections, but was also preceded by the largest market cap climb in crypto history. What occurs following every massive correction to date? New all-time highs are approached within 60 days at the end of each prior correction. The king cannot guarantee the market will turn today or tomorrow, but what is evident is the trends following massive corrections point to a bullish market. The crypto markets move very quickly compared to the stock markets, where corrections can take months, if not years, to complete. The crypto space works 10 times faster, earning returns in the hundreds of percent, but also correcting 50% in less than 2 months. BTC, along with the crypto markets, regularly have these huge corrections, but also regular with bullish trends that immediately follow. The king expects this trend to continue with a significant bull rally following this 50% correction. Now, what about futures traders? Because for the first time, they're having an impact on this. So we're setting a precedent now with these future traders as manipulating the market. Now, it is common knowledge that the largest institutional investors are using futures as an entry point into the crypto market, specifically for BTC. What is also not surprising is they bet BTC would decrease in price from its high of $19,000 in December through January's future expiration. What was witnessed in January was on both dates of future expiration, the price of Bitcoin was pushed under $10,000, allowing the futures traders to capitalize on massive trades. This was preempted by a sharp rise in price and public sentiment before removing the rug and having everything come crashing down. Now we have the opposite approach being taken by futures traders. There is negative sentiment. The public is scared, and they've bet BTC will rise this month compared to January when they bet it would fall. The entire month of January, the market felt downward pressure from these institutions, shaking out many weak hands. Yet they shook the tree. However, February should be the exact opposite. Futures traders bet on BTC appreciating, which means instead of holding the roof down, they should be supporting it from the floor. There were green days immediately prior to massive corrections throughout January, and the king believes these current red days beginning February are exactly that, the calm before the storm. The January storm forced the price south. The February storm, being propped by the futures traders, will force BTC and the entire market cap of the crypto market higher instead of pressuring it downward. Then we got to look into regulation here as a factor. Most in crypto are scared of regulation as it goes against what cryptocurrencies stand for. However, if individuals want crypto to be considered a legitimate investment and be treated similarly to stocks, there needs to be some level of protections. The only ways to enforce that founders adhere to their white papers and that trading isn't taking place illegally is if individuals can be held liable under securities laws. However, with no securities laws in place regarding cryptocurrencies as of a few years ago, this is a rapidly developing field in law. South Korea, who was threatening to ban cryptos outright, decided on a very logical approach to regulating it. The king expects the remainder of countries to follow suit because this will allow countries to earn taxes on trading, be able to hold founders liable for scam and fraud, and provide a level of protection that has not been seen in crypto. The ongoing debate between regulation and free markets is constant in the crypto space, but one thing is very clear. If you want more protections as a consumer, a trader, there must be more regulations. If you don't mind being swindled out of the occasional ICO or having a coin turn out to be a complete fraud, continue to support lack of regulation. However, as crypto becomes more legitimate, regulations will be the foundation that allows them to enter the mainstream for hesitant institutional investors. Conclusion. February should begin a bull rally that makes up for a significant portion of the correction we've witnessed in December and January. The trends speak for themselves in financial markets and crypto markets. Almost every year, January, there is a massive correction, and February is the rebound. This year seemed no different, but was more exacerbated because of the rapid climb of BTC in the months leading up to the correction. Trends demonstrate, without other catalysts, the crypto market should recover significantly in the next few days to the next few weeks. When one considers that the conference schedule is almost a page long for 1 month, with most already sold out, it becomes evident that there are catalysts to facilitate this bull rally. Institutional investors have manipulatory powers that cannot even be fathomed unless you spend days gazing at the charts or look what they do on the days futures expire. This month, instead of manipulating downward, they will be manipulating upward. Regulations coming together to allow traders to actively participate in these markets without outright bans is also another huge success for the industry. February has many catalysts, futures traders, conferences, trends, and even regulation that should lead to it being the beginning of a major bull rally. The King expects the $1 trillion market cap of all cryptos to be approached and surpassed prior to the following correction, which statistically and historically occurs over the summer. So for those of you that's just joining, I will put the link to this article in the chat box so that you can have that for later on. But here's what I find interesting. You know, we're starting to see trends here. As you guys start to get a little educated on this, we just gave you some free information. That means within the next 3 months, you're going to see a bull run. You're going to see the markets go high. That means February, March, and April. 3 months is a full quarter, okay, in the business world. Then you want to start to pay attention to what the futures are doing, to see if the futures are betting low or betting high. The moment you start to see them betting low, that's going to be when you want to sell while it's still at the high mark. You want to sell at that point. Not sell everything, maybe 50%. So you can take a little bit of profit. And then you sit back and you wait. Because over the summertime, it's going to correct itself again. And you wait for that correction to happen. The bear is going to come. The market's going to drop. Then you buy back in. And you wait till around September, October. And then you're going to start to see another bull run to end out the rest of the year. And at the end of the year, December 2018, watch the futures. One unknown variable that's about to hit us is NASDAQ, and the New York Stock Exchange wants to get in on this in the next couple of months. That may throw a monkey wrench in our trends, so our predictions. But come December, right after Christmas, when you see it at all-time high, you want to sell. Because January is going to be another bloody month, January 2019. You see how, follow the trends, long-term trends. And again, like I said at the beginning, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving you financial advice. I'm just sharing my opinion and suggestion on things. And what a good time for the bull market to come over the next couple of months. Because what we're doing, when you have confidence, the people have confidence back in the crypto space and they're ready to spend some money. I always say in rule number 1, do not invest in anything until you have education on what you're doing. Get educated. See, what my business partners and I have done, and actually they figured it out and approached me, because I predicted this last year. I just didn't know that I would be a part of it. But you have a classic supply and demand. And we now have a United States populace that's spoiled in the crypto space. Pre-regulations. And people were making money hand over fist. And then the regulators came in and shut everything down. But now, we are about to launch something that's going to cover 3 major points. Number 1, we're going to cover the education side of things. It's not enough for me to say, when people ask me literally every day or every hour, can you teach me about crypto? It's not enough for me to say, man, just go to YouTube. YouTube is your teacher, your professor. Google it. Well, when you have millions of things pop up, you don't know where to begin. You don't know who to follow. You don't know if the information that you're looking at is accurate. Because I read these articles and I can tell sometimes in these articles the author is incorrect. The author doesn't have all the updated information. So we're creating a platform that's going to hold your hand and take you through the basics. So you don't have to be flapping around in the wind all over the place trying to find and link things together. In other words, we're creating a blockchain of education for you. The second thing is, people want to make money from it. You know, there's only three ways, primary ways you make money in the crypto space. Number one is by buying and holding. And that's a long-term game plan. Buying and holding. The second way is by mining. You know, would you rather buy the golden egg or the golden goose that's producing the golden eggs? Mining. That can be very expensive. And you definitely need to know what to do and to find the right companies that's doing it the right way. And they are under attack right now in North America. And the third way is by trading. But the best part of that is not only should you learn how to trade, even if you're not going to, because you're learning a skill set, and that skill set is going to allow you to be able to read the market. You can go to CoinMarketCap and understand what you're looking at. You can hear things on the news and you'll know how it's going to impact this coin or that coin. You're able to, hey, I got to copyright that, Provis. Blockchain of education. I just thought of it. I'm going to copyright that sucker. But how about the ability to earn passively? That's what we're spoiled at. The problem is the legality of it. And what if I were to tell you that we have solved that problem? What's happening, Lashana? You know, I always got to take a time out, say hello to you. So what happens if we solve that problem? 100% SEC compliant. That you go to sleep at night and you wake up tomorrow morning knowing that your company and your money is still there. You don't have to worry about it either getting shut down or ran out of the country, or they decide we don't want to do business in the country. We've solved all three. And it's all coming down right as the bull market hits. This is going to be a wild, wild ride. I can't wait. And I know some of you guys, oh, I need to know. Hey, shoot me your email address. I'll send you an NDA. And then you can learn more details about what's going on. Other than that, you got to wait the next, I don't know, 45 days or so. All right, everybody. That is it for early morning crypto talk. And take responsibility for the decisions that you make. Take responsibility. You are an adult. It is completely up to you. It's not what you hear from somebody else say. Like this song says, I'm only human. Don't blame me. If you have education, then you're able to make the right educational guesses to eliminate or minimize your risk. And that's what you want to do. There's always going to be risk, but minimize your risk. And the best way to minimize your risk is to be educated before you even go in. You got to arm yourself. My partners and I, we armed ourselves. We spent 3 months getting educated before we spent a dime. And even when we spent a dime, I didn't spend thousands of dollars. I didn't spend my rent money. I started with $100. $100. And I'm not going to tell you how much money I've made. But I still work from home. Bills are getting paid. Traveling to London in April. Doing a whole lot. And 2018 is going to be record-breaking for all of us that's working with our team. Do you want to be on the inside? Or do you want to be on the outside just being a witness to what's taking place? Because with or without you, this is happening. We'd much rather have it happen with you. That's it. Bitcoin Brandon out. Have a great day, everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.